Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is a review on the Ivory Paper Company planner. They have a couple versions. I have the version that is called the all-in-one edition. So it has daily layouts, weekly layouts, of course the monthly layout, and it is for 6 months, but it houses your weekly and your daily pages for 6 months. It is $49, and I just wanted to show you the box that it came in before we get into the planner. When a company has really beautiful or unique packaging, I try to remember to show it to you. However, during this time of the virus, I have not been showing you packaging a lot, but I guess I felt comfortable enough. This one sat around for a long enough time to bring it up here and put it on my table. It comes in this really beautiful floral box, which even has kind of a coating to it. And then when you open it up, it's white inside, which I think is another nice touch versus cardboard. And you have your little cards and the owner's name. I know I'm going to say this wrong, so I asked her if she could DM me a voice message before I filmed this video with how to pronounce her name, and I have not gotten that. It is spelled A-L-I-T-Z-A-H. It comes also in some bubble wrap, which I already took off, and then some tissue paper. But it was a pretty presentation opening it up, so I wanted to include that in case you're buying it as a gift. It's kind of nice to know what your planner is coming in. Let's jump right in to the planner. First of all, I'm going to talk about the cover. It is a very shiny cover, so I'm going to try to show that to you guys because I want to make sure you know that. It has a very glossy sheen to it. And it's so glossy, if you can hear that, as every time I grab it, it just, it makes some noise because it does have such a glossy sheen to it. It is a beautiful cover, and she has so many different designs, cover designs to choose from, and they are all beautiful. But I just want to make sure to make note of that because it's very different from any other planner cover in terms of feel. And I know that noise might bother some of you. Now, I also want to say right off, she is a new company. She launched in October of 2018. And then I guess they had to shut down for a little bit. I don't know the story on that because she said she relaunched in October of 2019. So they're still very new and working out the kinks. They're a small growing company. But she is willing to listen and make changes. And so, anything customers give them as far as feedback is good with a small growing company. And now one of the other feedback things that I told her is that their cover is kind of hard to turn. The holes aren't big enough. So it gets stuck a lot and you just have to work it. So basically, sometimes you need your two hands to work it. And she knows that. And that is something they are working on. They are working on getting an industrial puncher to widen the holes for a better turn. But I want to make sure that you guys know that because I always try to bring up these things in reviews. And if it is a small company, I always like to make sure the small company knows any of those things that I'm going to bring up in reviews and that they're okay with me still going ahead with the review because I always have to be honest. And she was 100% okay with me bringing up all my concerns. I'm never concerned with large companies about bringing up my concerns, but with small companies, I like to let them know ahead of time to see if they want to go ahead with the review. And so she's very open to listening, and I love that about a company. So just know that if you get this before they have fixed their punch problem, you just have to be willing to work with the cover like that. You have to be willing to work with it. Okay. But that being said, one other thing. I even said the hole punches on the pages could be a little bit bigger because while they slide well when you're kind of really working it, if you're just like sometimes turning a few pages, it doesn't just, you have to work it because the holes are a little small on the pages to me also. Those are my only qualms. Other than that, I absolutely love this planner and I think that they are going to work those kinks out. I think that this company has the potential to really grow big because they're doing something pretty unique. They are combining daily pages with weekly pages, giving you a 6-month planner with both of those in it for $49. Now, they also do have just a daily edition, a 12-month daily edition, that's $65. They have a 12-month just weekly edition, that's $65. And then they have an undated edition, which is an all-in-one, once again, with the undated pages. So an undated 6-month, it will be just like this one with the all-in-one daily and weekly pages, but being undated, and that is $45. I think that's a really nice option because if you just want to try out the planner, it is so nice to have it undated because then you can pick it up whenever you want to, set it down whenever you want to. And I know us in the planner community love to try out different planners. Well, the undated option would be so great because then you're not wasting anything and it will be there again for the next time that you want to pick it up as you like to change out your planners. Her company also has some other products like notepads that are customizable, address labels, some personalized stationery. So you can check all that out on their website. They have 70-pound paper. You know what? Let's find my pen test page and go into my pen test first, and then we will walk through it from front to back. Here is my pen test page. I tested all my normal pens on here. Oh, let me grab a mild liner. I did not do a mild liner on this one, you guys. So let's do a mild liner. My fountain pen is not working right now, so I do not have my fountain pen on here. You guys, I ordered ink for it. I've explained this in other videos, but in case you missed that, I'm not a fountain pen user. I bought a Pilot one off Amazon maybe a year and a half ago or more, just to be able to use in all my pen tests because it was requested. And then I've bought new ink for it and replaced it before and it was still working, but now I cannot get the ink flowing. It's a full ink thing in there. And I just haven't wanted to mess with it because fountain pens scare me, to be honest. I don't know anything about them and I don't want ink exploding all over and just, I'll have to get on gloves and some kind of big covering for the island and try to mess with it, figure it out. I just haven't. So for right now, I don't have fountain pen tests in my videos, but I do have all my other pens, even the ones that tend to leave darker marks like Papermate Flares, the Staedtler Fineliner, Sharpie pens, ERIN CONDREN dual tips. All those are more inky and tend to leave darker marks. I just kind of wrote out a schedule for a day and breakfast, lunch, and dinner to fill this section up. But here is my pen test. And you can see on the back of this 70-pound paper, let me show you, there is nothing coming through. And this paper is handling it really well. If you're comparing paper, like 70-pound is what Simplified uses. Now, does this feel like the exact same paper as Simplified? No, it doesn't. It has a different feel, but it is the same paperweight. So if you're doing comparisons there. Let's start at the beginning and do a full walkthrough here from front to back. You have your nameplate page. Then you have a couple of address book pages up front, which I've had in other planners too. I personally don't use these, but I know some people do because they've chimed in and let me know when I've said that. So there's slots for about 8 contacts up there. Then you have a password keeper for 8 websites. You have a reading wish list. And so you have title and then it says bought, reading, done. Just check off boxes. This is very clean, crisp white paper. Your whole planner is just black ink on clean, crisp white paper. So it is very open to any stickering you want to add, any mild liners you want to add, any color coding systems you want to implement. It is completely open for you to assign a color to each month or decorate each week as you choose. Your monthly layout is a typical Monday start. You do not have any holidays listed. There are no holidays at all listed on the monthly layout or on your weekly layout or on your daily layout, I believe. I have not checked the daily layout, but yeah, there's no holidays listed. So anywhere in the planner. So that's something to note. Some people like that, some people don't. And you don't have like previous months, days noted on here or the next months. You just have your month layout very, I would say minimal. And then just an important box here, blank for you to fill in. Your header, you do have a header, but it's not too large. Your boxes are a pretty good size. I do love the scripting that she's used for the months in here. I think it's beautiful. I love how on your weekly layout, so after your monthly layout, you go straight into your weekly layout. There are no tabs on this planner. So that means your cover comes pretty flush with your pages here. Your cover, we've got the turn thing, comes pretty flush with your pages because no tabs. So that's something to note. If you want tabs, you're going to have to purchase your own tabs. So many sticker companies sell tabs. Passion Planner sells tabs, which I've used on my golden coil and love. ERIN CONDREN sells tabs. I've used those before on planners. So those are all good options if you don't know any right offhand to go ahead and look at if you want to add tabs. So after your monthly page, you go straight into your week. You have a goals box here. You have 2 habit trackers for the week. I love having habit trackers on my week, you guys. Any weekly planner that adds in habit trackers, I would probably prefer 4 to 5 habit trackers for my week, but she has 2 here. I love having them nonetheless, even though there's 2. I love having them there. You have a little note section here, and then you have rectangular boxes. I know some people, I just thought of this and I didn't pre-measure, are going to ask me how big these boxes are. And I'm going to have to turn it because I can't see here with my mic in front of me. It is like a 2.6, I would say. So just right over 2.5 in length. And then you have like 1.5 across, a 1.5 across. So just about 1.5 by 2.5, but really just a bit over 2.5 at the 2.6 mark. So that is what your vertical boxes are measuring. But this one is a little bit different than your typical vertical planner with the 3 boxes per day because Saturday and Sunday are split to make room for another note section. So she doesn't have just one note section over here with your notes, habits, and goals. She has another note section over here, a gratitude box, and a next week box. I feel like that makes this really unique to a weekly spread like this because there are a lot of planners with 3 boxes for your weekly spread, but not with 2 note sections here. So she's giving you more room for notes. Maybe if this is a work planner too, it would work out great because Saturday and Sunday have less room and are split. So that is just something to think about, to look at that layout and note those differences in other planners and think about how it would work for you. Now, I know so many people are excited about this review, and rightly so, because you are combining a weekly. You can flip right here, see your whole week, kind of your scope of the week, which I always love to see. If you followed me for any amount of time here or on Instagram, you know that I, for years, even before I started this planner review channel, I plan in a weekly, which I kind of leave laid out on my desk. That's like my week at a glance, my big scope. And then I always use something for my daily. Sometimes it's only a notebook of what I use for my daily planner because that works great for me too. But I always have something for my daily, whether it's a coiled notebook, a traveler's notebook, or just a real daily planner. So I'm a big proponent of seeing my week at a glance and also having a full page per day. Every time I try to go off of a full page per day, which if you follow me, you know I have recently, I just can only do it for a certain amount of time. I always gravitate back towards having a full, fresh page per day. So here is our daily layout. You start your week on a Monday, and we'll go to a page that doesn't have the pen test on it. You have your date written very small up top there, July 2nd. Then what day it is, what day of the week. Thursday is written bigger in that beautiful script. You have a due box. So if there's a bill due that day, if you have a paper due that day, something at work due that day, something to remember that day. Then you have a gratitude box to kind of start off your day up top. You have many to-do tick-off line boxes. Let's count. You have 19, if I counted that right really quickly, to-do tick-off boxes. That is a lot, you guys. I don't think you're going to run out of room on your to-do tick-off boxes. And I know many people are going to want to compare this to other daily planners and how long the lines are. I'm going to start measuring the line right after the box because you can't really write on the line at the box. And if I start measuring right after the box, it is exactly 3 inches. So you have a 3-inch line. It's a pretty good line. It's longer than a lot of other daily planners. I like my to-do line to be longer because I need a little bit more room than to write 3 words. And then you have your schedule for the day. So whether you only want to write appointments on here or whether you want to time block out your whole day, which sometimes I find very helpful, just writing what you intend to do in each hour slot, that always helps me to see if I'm planning too much for my day. Because if I kind of write in my intentions and map it out for the day, and then I have a real look at how many to-dos I can actually get done, looking at what I have on my schedule. So time blocking is a great thing for this. If you don't have a lot of appointments, because many moms or even people working from home are not going to have appointments per se every day. It goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., which is a really good span. Even if you want to start, time blocking from when you wake up. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner boxes down here, which you could chart out what your intentions are to eat, or you could record after you ate that day so you can look back and see what you ate, or you could kind of record your calories, however you want to use those boxes. Or if you only want to use the dinner box, to map out what you guys are having for dinner. And then hydrate, you have 8 bottles of water. I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bottles of water, you guys, to check off hydration. That could be very motivating. I have personally never used a daily planner that has that in there for myself. So I don't know if I would actually utilize that, but I think it's a good way to utilize the bottom of the page because it's very hard to write on the bottom of the page. So it's a good use of that little space there. And I like the cute little water bottles. Okay, so you have a full page for every day, but then Saturday and Sunday share a page. And I know this is a deal breaker for a lot of you guys. Let me show you how it's laid out. So you have your date written July 4th and 5th. Saturday and Sunday do a gratitude. So you still have that same layout. Then you have your same amount of to-do takeoff boxes, your same hydrate, and all that she has done for Saturday and Sunday is split your schedule. So Saturday, you're time blocking, and Sunday, you're time blocking from only 9 to 7. So you just have less hours. I think this would work for a lot of people. You still have a big to-do list, and maybe if you want it divided by day, you could just draw a line in the middle and know that one part is Saturday, one part is Sunday. Or maybe you're like me, and sometimes I have a big list for Saturday and Sunday and just see like what I get through on what days. So that is how your Saturday and Sunday is split, and something to think about if that works for you. Then after Saturday and Sunday, you go straight into your next weekly layout. So it just flows like that. Weekly layout, then your entire week of pages, Saturday and Sunday shared, and then into your next weekly layout. Then let's go to a new month. It goes straight into a new month. So I can show you how that flows. July 30th is there. And then August 1st and 2nd, she finishes out her week so that your week is not split. And then you go into your new monthly layout for August and your weeks. And that is how this whole planner flows. Let's flip to the back and I will show you that at the end, you have absolutely nothing else. Your planner ends on, this is a 6-month planner, so it ends at the very 1st of January. She went ahead and finished out the week. It actually is supposed to end, the end of December, but she finished out the week through the 1st of January, and then that's it. There are no extra notes pages in here. There are no extra pages at all at the back. There are no pockets, so that's something to note. It's just a beautiful, clean and crisp all-in-one, as she calls it, her all-in-one edition. And like I said, I love that this is also offered in undated because I think it's a really great way to be able to try it out and see if you love the flow of it and be able to pick it back up and not feel like those dates are wasted. Her undated is a little bit cheaper than the dated. The undated is $45. This one is $49. And like I mentioned, she has other editions, just a daily edition for 12 months for $65 and her weekly edition for 12 months for $65. I really think it is a beautiful layout, a beautiful planner. She has beautiful covers. I love that she is open to listening to her customers, to me when I reached out to her about the issues with the turning, and she is very open to me sharing everything. And I love companies like that. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this planner. I would love to hear if you plan on putting it on your list to pick one up. Maybe it's going to be your 2021 planner. Oh, something else to mention. You get to pick your start month. So it is pretty amazing. Now, she doesn't go super far ahead in picking your start month. I think it's about 3 months ahead, maybe 4. So you can pick like the month we're in. And then she goes a couple months ahead where you get to pick the month you start in any of her planners. So nothing is wasted. You can pick up and start it at any time. These planners are custom made and put together and bound when you order them. Hence why you can pick your start month. That was I actually loved that. That's another amazing thing. You can get your name put on your planner like she did for me in that beautiful script. I'm really excited about this company and to see where it goes, because I think that she has an amazing start, a really great concept. I love the layout and the clean look and feel. And I love the layout of her daily page too. So many people this daily page really resonates with, because when I said I was reviewing this planner, you guys, I got more DMs about this planner, excitement over it. When am I going to review it? I can't wait to see it. Things like that than I have gotten about any other planner in a long time. This is also a Black-owned company. She is the CEO and the founder. If we are trying to support more persons of color businesses and Black-owned businesses, this is a great place to look at and start, because she has a really great product. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching. I'd love to hear those thoughts down below. Happy planning, and we'll see you next time. Have a good week.